So I'm going to add a loop. So I'm going to create a listing packet. With this DOTLOOP is the contract system that I use. I know everybody uses different contract systems. I used to use zip forms. Some people use transaction desk. I'm trying to learn them all so I can teach you all of them. Right now we're on DOTLOOP. I need to make sure I go to my account. Okay. I'm going to add a loop. Property address. Voice. Houston, Texas, yes. Yep. Continue. I don't need to upload a folder. Oh, back. Did I accidentally click upload a template? I clicked too fast. It's a listing transaction. I don't need to upload a folder. A file, a picture. Sorry. Okay. View loop. These are all the forms you're going to need. Some of them are optional, but was the home built before 1978 for the lead-based paint? '71. I will need a lead-based paint. So I'll need the lead-based paint pamphlet too. And I'll need to upload that to MLS. There's the pamphlet. Lead-based paint. Yep, pamphlet. Yep, there's a lead-based paint form. So you're going to add the seller's information. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm trying to show y'all. The seller's information will then auto fill this, and then they'll be able to have their signature on there. See, was built, dwelling was built prior to 1978. Well, it was built in 71. So will we need this? Yes, we will. So I haven't done the listing agreement yet because I haven't met with the gentleman first to look at his property. That's really the first step that I do, because how can you find a value of something if you haven't seen the asset? But what I want to do is I want to print the information about broker services, seller's disclosure, the MUD, the PID form. Fernando has a YouTube video on that. This one's not in a PID, I don't believe. I'll double check, but I don't believe it is. I'm going to go ahead and have him sign or give him so they can fill out the lead-based paint along with the seller's disclosure and the MUD, because it was built before 1978. I have already printed out these other two important forms. This one is the single family detached information form. It basically states it's a form that has everything that MLS needs in order to input the listing. So it's going to ask the year build. It's going to ask, I get a lot of that I can get from the MLS or the tax records, but I want the owner to verify some of this. If it has a microwave, maybe it doesn't have a microwave and you can't find that information. It's all the information you need to get from that house, even if you have to take your time to go through the house and check to see what all it has or doesn't have. And there's also this form that you can have. I would suggest you please read it. It's the Texas Realtors form. TAR form. And it is notice of information from other sources. I'm going to print these out. I use zip forms, so bear with me. Print. Now, it wouldn't let me print. I don't know why. I hit download and then this came up, which is fine. It's gonna have everything I need. So I'm gonna go ahead and print this because I'm gonna bring it to my seller. Because, well, why don't you have them DOTLOOP e-sign or DocuSign this? Because I could, and I believe there is a way to get them to actually fill this out electronically. Maybe that's something I'll learn and pass along to y'all. But if it's a seller that likes to do things with pen and paper, this is just always a good idea. Just print it out, and they can even fill this out while you're there at the house with them. I mean, but this is for the sellers to fill out. Okay, and a lot of times they will miss this one, so make sure they don't miss that. There is a way for them to electronically fill it out. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I can. That's just something I'm going to have to learn next. I think that I figured it out. When you click on the seller's disclosure, I believe that these will come up as the seller's access points when they go to e-sign it. Of course, you will need to add the seller's information, which I didn't do. So that was a step I skipped. So residential listing agreement is going to prompt me again to put in my seller's information. And then it'll autofill, you understand? Select person, I'm the listing agent. So it's going to autofill listing broker. Texas United Realty. Some of you may be under United Real Estate. And then I'm going to select my seller and I'm going to do it like that. That's when I need to fill out the listing agreement and then have them sign it at a later time. So right now, I'm just doing the initial listing presentation. And that's where I'm going to bring my CMA and all my information. Don't forget your digital measuring tape, because you'll need to get dimensions of the rooms. And that's a handy, easy tool to get dimensions from. So I will update you on my next step. For now,